So make it make sense with me. You came on air to an interview and you are coming with your phone to show the doctor. And please let us now see what really happened. Because this doctor has seen the report the blogger brought out, which Blessing claims she did not give the blogger any report to publish on her behalf. And now this report she is showing to the doctor is going to be unveiling a lot more of what we've actually said before now.
So this is your stage 4 report. Is it the doctor that told you that it was stage 4?
Yes, the doctor.
By the time you went there the second time?
Yes.
But what, just based on seeing you was when you calculated that it was stage 4?
I do not know them. I don't want to say.
What do you understand? Because if someone tells me something, right, I would go and read up on it. Right. So what did you understand by stage 4? Because I'm assuming that you don't want to die, right? So if someone tells you stage 4, it sounds advanced, right? Or you don't know that.
Yeah, that's the reason why I broke out on social media.
You came out on social media as your first point to break out social media, or for you to make your research. As little as asking ChatGPT, even if it is not accurately correct, as little as asking Google, what does it mean to be on the stage 4 breast cancer? Then you see the symptoms and the signs or whatever it gives you. A little bit of ask for ChatGPT on what it entails to know you are actually on the stage 4 breast cancer. And for stage 4, you have symptoms like nausea, vomiting, questionable weight loss, like it just happens, and weakness, loss of appetite. Now, stage 4 means metastasis, and it means that spread to other parts of the body. You're talking about the bones, the brains, the lungs, the liver. It has really spread. That is what it means. The lymph nodes, having them, all around. I could remember when we did the MRI scan, that was where I was able to see in details that, wow, this thing has actually been on the lymph nodes. It is already having the spots. I could see those spots even before the doctor interpreted it. I could see those spots. I could go back to go and make research on my own to know what exactly these spots really mean. I could really interpret the results, even as a layman, just being on this journey with somebody that has prostate cancer ailment. So having to be on stage 4 breast cancer, you'll be having large lumps, the shape of the breast will change or it will shrink. You have pink dimpling like the orange peel, they call it the peel d'orange or something. Then you have the redness or the darkening of the skin, the breast will swell, you have open sores, you have nipple discharge. All of these things are the things you would see for somebody that is already on stage 4. Please, you guys should just pay attention to Blessing's posture during this interview. She's like this. You have stage 1, stage 2 breast cancer, and you are able to comfortably lean and rest your arms on your breasts. Make it make sense. I could remember even when my dad's own metastasized to his left femur. When you even touch it, there is this pain, constant pain from time to time. We not really know what was there. Having to use the warm water, hot water to help to massage, just to calm the pain and all, for him to be able to sleep at night or even during the day sometimes. It was a huge task before we could even, before you knew what the stage was, while it was still under investigation. Before we even knew it was on stage 3, then stage 4, to the moment when the radiotherapy was done. In fact, a surgery was actually done on that leg to take out the tumor because the bone integrity was already at stake right before we even came to Lagos, which was not even supposed to be done. But when we got to Lagos, the bone integrity was still obviously questionable because I had to get him a walking stick just to support movement on that particular leg. And from the last CT scan we did again, it was obvious that that bone was already eaten up by the cancer. And so after doing that, that was when radiotherapy was really recommended. Meanwhile, we have just been managing this same condition with they have the cancer drugs they recommend, cancer drugs like the bicalutamide. He had Cidalu to help him with the muscle, issues. As always, the contraction and everything keeps bringing pain on the leg. So that it will help to relax that particular muscle around that region, so that at least maybe we'll be able to have a little bit of night rest and all. So we're just on the drugs, and this is just to slow down the progression of the cancer in the body, while trying to target other things that this cancer has actually caused in the body, which is that bone being, the integrity of the bone being questioned now, having to really focus on that part. And that was when we did the radiotherapy to kill the cells that were already eating up that bone. Then after doing that, before we now had to have the IV to push in calcium into the body, focusing on that particular region of his leg. The IV every month to be able to push calcium to help build back the bone that has been eaten up by cancer on that leg. This does not relate to having to have a proper treatment. We take off or kill the cancer from moving further or even progressing from where it really was, because at that point metastasis means that spread. All you can do is just management. And so after having to do that, we ended up doing urine was not coming from the regular path anymore, so they had to do another surgery where a suprapubic catheter was actually inserted below his belly button, like into his bladder, to be able to help him extract urine from the system. So You having to go through all of this, we're still told to do some other tests to see what the bladder looks like and to ensure that a lot has not gone on with the bladder, which we ended up seeing all of that. So telling me you have gone through, you were established as a stage 4 cancer person without having to go through series of all these investigations related to breast cancer. Blessing is lying. That is just a fact. And I know because you're on air, you won't want to just say it's direct, but we all know that this thing is lying. Really? Someone that sounds to be much more learned, you claim to be a sound person. The first place you go to is social media. Once you go to your doctor's report and your doctor tells you you're on stage 4 cancer, the next you're just on your phone and you're like, after losing the hair and having to use scissors to chop up some part of it, you come and you're like, and you are crying and crying and wailing and Gmo. Make it make sense. Your inner circle doesn't even know what is going on with you. Your family, what did they say about it? Or social media becomes your family. Like this is where you come to and you want to know who is going through the same thing with you so that you guys create a WhatsApp group or whatever. What exactly were you expecting? Person needs proper evaluation.
And let me ask.
It's interesting that you're bringing the same
Results.
Dr. Odigwe, the pathologist that signed this report, because of course we have a...
Is this the same report as the one that was...
Yes, the pathologist that signed this result lives in Asaba. And I'm a doctor, of course. I can trace any doctor in Nigeria. And I called him on Tuesday.
Sorry,
and he knows
is that the same report?
Yes, it's the same result. It's the same result that is going around social media. And this particular pathologist said he knows nothing about this. And he's based in Asaba, not
the pathologist of the report?
Yes, of this report is based in Asaba. I know that for an absolute fact.
So he told you that's the first
Yes, because, yes.
He told you that he has nothing to do with it?
Yes, and he stays in Asaba. The address here is Enugu. He hasn't been to Enugu in recent times. He lives in Asaba.
So
Lesson has a whole lot of evaluation, re-evaluation, a whole lot of therapy, rehabilitation to do. Because I'm pretty sure she just came up with that because she knows she was broke. Maybe a BBL that needs much maintenance, she cannot afford to do it anymore. Or the lifestyle you're actually trying to keep up with, you cannot afford it anymore. And you decided to come up with this. It is so sad. I don't really want to go deeper into all the whole conversation, but so far so good. It's been established that it is all a lie. And she needs to know the legal implication of all of this.